All right, today is exactly a week on the road. I'll be back in Maine at midnight tonight. I'll tell you, like, even though every night I'm sleeping in a different place, and you wake up and you're like, where am I? Where's the bathroom? What am I doing? You know how that goes if you travel. It's so damn worth it. I was just on the phone touching base with one of my team members, and yes, it's Sunday afternoon, and yes, I gave them the morning before blasting their phone. I was just saying, like, nothing compares to going and seeing and having conversations. I feel like when I do this, and I don't do it often enough, and I used to do it a lot more, and I need to do it more. When I go and have a conversation for an hour, 2 hours, it's like you've accomplished what would have taken you 6 months through email and or through your people and their people, versus just going and having the conversation and working through it and grabbing lunch or dinner, and nothing beats it. It is one of the most important things you can do, and it ties together. When you hear me talk about ideation to execution, the speed, it actually creates the forward momentum. The speed at which you can work is as fast as you can get to where you need to go, physically go, to have the right conversations, to get the answers you're looking for, to then take those answers and go to the next step. And I was talking with somebody this week about this, and not somebody in my immediate circle, and I can't remember who it was, to be honest with you. I said, where in life do you ask somebody a question and they say, I'll get back to you in 24 hours? If I'm sitting in front of you,
approaching a railroad crossing,
and we're having dinner, and I say, so tell me about your cotton supply chain. They're not gonna just ignore you and continue eating dinner and then walk out the door, and then 24 hours later come back to you and answer your question. That ain't gonna happen. That doesn't happen in life. When you're talking to somebody in person, they have to answer the question. And that is where things slow down, and where speed of action,
approaching a railroad crossing,
and where
1 mile, use the right lane to exit right to I-1.
sorry, I don't want to miss my exit here. And where speed of action diminishes. Email is a front that allows people to see and ignore. You can't ignore flesh in front of you, right? You can't. And it just reinforces the importance of getting out there to have the conversations. For us, for Origin, when people are like, oh, you guys, you grew really fast. And Jocko Fuel, same thing, you grew really fast. Well, we didn't sit around typing emails out and waiting 24, 48 hours because somebody's rule of thumb is, I'm going to make sure folks get responded to in 24 hours. It's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard, is that make sure you get back to somebody in 24 hours. And I do this myself sometimes, right? Like, I prioritize my emails, like I prioritize my text messages. But if you need something from somebody, if you need to have a conversation, showing up is really important. But think about that. Like, how crazy is that? That you're going to ask somebody a question and they're not going to answer your question till the next day. And then when you finally see that, you're going to ask them a question. And then the next day, maybe they'll answer you, or hours later. A conversation that can be had over 30 days can be solved in 10 minutes. if you just work through it. And part of this trip for me was just working through it. Working through some supply chain issues, talking with vendors, setting up new partners, right? Overflow shops who are going to help us as we scale and grow.
Use the right lane to exit
Because-
right to I-110 south toward Baton Rouge.
Because we're not going to be able to do everything all the time in our factory as we scale. And part of the brand, what we're doing is to breathe life back into the dream. And that's not just owned factories. It's also building and investing in strong partners who are building their communities. And so out in the middle of Georgia, we're helping to build a community. And we should show that more in our marketing, how we're doing this, and just how important that is for us, this brand, Origin. And we did the same thing for Jocko Fuel. Traveled around, meeting with partners, going out to dinner,
In
you know,
1.5
doing the
miles,
dog and pony show.
Take exit 6, Louisiana 408 toward Metro Airport, Southern University.
And this guy wants to race, and he's going to win. Okay, thanks, buddy. So, responsiveness, it's important. Physical connection, real conversation, in person. Taking the time to do those things just like I'm
In
doing.
1 mile, use the right lane to exit right.
The other thing that's great is you can see how people operate their businesses, and you can get a good look at the health of an operation by going. And when I'm going somewhere, it's not just to meet with the figureheads. It's to see, look at the place. Is it clean? Are there young people? Like, are there any single points of failure? Is there redundancy? You can learn a lot by looking and seeing.
Exit right to exit 6, Louisiana 408 toward Metro Airport, Southern University.
So it's so hard to get out of Louisiana.
In
It's
900
crazy.
feet,
All right, looks like some type of homecoming. Holy cow. Absolute chaos. And we got cops on motorcycles. Let's go. It's like freaking chips out there. Cops on motorcycles. Yeah, I guess my point being in all of this is don't let technology create bad habits. The way that we used to do things, in person, with handshakes,
stay to the right to terminal.
and real words. There's not just like
In 600 feet,
something
you'll arrive at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
pure about that, but it's actually good business. It's good business because you're getting shit done, and it will move you along quicker in life too. Like you're gonna find the magic is when you step out from behind the computer, when you step out from behind the screen. And where do I return this thing?
You've arrived at your destination.
When you step out from behind the screen and have real conversations. Okay, I got to get off this thing. Short vlog today. Hit me with any questions. Appreciate you. Back in Maine tomorrow, and yeah, a lot of travel over the next few weeks. Back down here in November for a couple of weeks. So this is our busy season. Got to make some shit happen. Peace.